Okay, you meta sheep, we are back with another deck profile, and this one is the Synchron deck that I featured in the description below, so please take a look at that and you guys can see it in action for yourselves. This deck is designed to put up as many Omni Negates on the board as possible, with the access to cards like Psychic and Punisher to protect yourself from activated effects if you were to use Destrudo or lower your life points. So it's a very solid deck, and it's set up so that you draw as many cards as possible with TG Hyper Librarian to get into your Mask of Restrict so that it can't be tributed off for Lava Golems or Kaijus. It also means that if you were to draw Mask of Restrict, even if you can't get full combo, you can at least stop the effects of Sprite. So Sprite effects won't be able to tribute themselves as cost. That's a big thing, and that's really the basis of the deck. So we'll go into the deck profile as to why we run certain choices and why we don't run others, and we'll try and do this as quickly as possible. So we're on one Jet Synchron, one Cyber Synchron, 3 Doppel, 2 Maxi, 2 Calico Crow, 2 Synchron Carrier, 3 Converter, 3 Junk Synchron, 1 Fire Ant Ass Gator, 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Stardust Synchron, 1 Stardust Trail, 3 Dawnwalker, 1 Mermere, 1 Destrudo, Reborn, Flourish, Army, 3 Tuning, 1 Stardust Illumination to search with the Stardust Synchron here, 2 Synchro Overtake that works with the Junk Warrior, 2 Call By of course, and 1 Cross-Out Designator for the Ash and the Maxi. We got the 1 Burning Soul, 2 Infinite Impermanence, and 1 Mask of Restrict. Our extra deck is Celestial, Marshmallow Marcher, Herald, Cupid Pitch, Junk Warrior, TG, Axel, Junk Speeder, Stardust Charge, Yazi, Crystal Wing, Chaos Ruler, Abyss, Baron de Fleur, and Psychic and Punisher. So, why do we not run it the way that other people run it? So, let's get into the Satellite Synchron. We don't run Satellite Synchron because it's a bad card, it's a bait. Don't run it. It's a bait, don't run it. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Even from the summon of Junk Speeder, it's not worth it. You would rather have it so that you can get 2 zones being filled with the Doppel token, so that then you can synchro off with the 1, that you can synchro 1 so you can use Celestial, and you can make TG on the same turn. So you can, if you think that your opponent is not running Nibiru, you can, with the 4 and the 1 token, or the 1 and the 1 token, you can make Celestial and TG on the same turn, and you would still have a level 3 tuner that you can make for Crystal Wing. So if you're really scared of Nibiru, you can just make Crystal Wing with the Junk Speeder and the Junk Synchron to make Crystal Wing. So yeah, it's better to go that line than to bring out Satellite Synchron, in which case Satellite Synchron is a level 2 tuner, and then you can't use your Doppel on the same turn. Like, you can't have Doppel and all of that combo that I just mentioned, because that combo is so plus, it's so big. It gets you your draws, it gets you Stardust Illumination, it gets you your Celestial, which then, you know, sets up the rest of the plays. Again, you'll see it in the replays, so please take a look at that video in the description. But another few options that I've seen people running is 2 Jet Synchron. Don't run 2 Jet Synchron, it's worthless. Instead, run Cyber Synchron. You want to normal summon Synchron Carrier, and then normal summon Cyber Synchron with your additional normal summon from the Synchron Carrier. Then target the Synchron Carrier, that'll double its level to 4, and then you get 1 plus 4, and that makes Junk Speeder. So if your Synchro Overtake got ashed, or your tuning got ashed, and you have these 2 in your hand, you still have a way to make Junk Speeder. Like, it's pretty straightforward. My suggestion is try to incorporate Cyber Synchron where you can, instead of running 2 Jet Synchron. It's not worth it. You can only use 1 Jet Synchron effect that turn anyway, so there's no point in running 2. It's just a bad way of using it. Another thing that I've been seeing run is this card. This card is bad. Axel Light. Or is that, what's it called? It's not called Axel Light. What's it called? Sorry, Arrive in Light. It's not called Axel Light. It should be called Axel Light though. But Arriving Light. Brotor is a brick. Converging Wishes Dragon, Converging Will's Dragon is a brick. Don't run Arriving Light, because yes, you could make use of it. You could at least get the draw effect. You don't have any other uses for it except the draw effect. Like, you can make an argument that deck thinning and you get to special summon a tuner from your hand, but you're not looking to special summon any more tuners from your hand, really. What you're really looking for is non-tuners. You're looking for Doppel Warrior as much as possible. At least once or twice during the duel, you're looking for Doppel Warrior as much as possible. So, Arriving Light, huge bait card. Don't run that. Don't run Majestic either. Do not run this card. This card, again, is a huge bait, and it's a huge waste of resources, because you have to tribute off a Dragon Synchro monster. That means that you're really going to have to tribute off your Chaos Ruler in order to make this work, for it to be some kind of viable. And it's just not worth it. For a 4k attack card, yeah, that's nice, but once per turn you get to negate the effects of a monster, and it has an Omni Negate attached. I mean, that's nice and all. That's really nice. Problem is, you have Baron de Fleur, you have Abyss, you have Herald, and you have a monster negate with Crystal Wing. That's all you really need. Anything more than that is just you being greedy. You should be using your deck, like your extra deck space, to create consistency, to draw into your other cards. So TG Hyper Librarian creates that, using small low-level monsters to synchro up and create a synchro loop from your low to your high synchros, creates this draw, a constant amount of drawing power that allows you to then continue your plays, but also sets you up so that you'll have an Ash in your hand, you'll draw Infinite Impermanence, you'll draw Mask of Restrict, you'll even draw Burning Soul, or you'll draw Reborn to extend even further. So use a smaller engine of these 4 monsters especially, and that'll lead into your higher plays, because when you send Cupid Pitch to the graveyard for a synchro of a monster, which is usually Martial Metal Marcher, you'll be able to special summon back Stardust Synchron from your graveyard, and then at the same time add a Caligo Crow to your hand, because this will add a Caligo Crow to your hand. Using that, you're able to then synchro into a Stardust Charge Warrior with the 4 and the 2. If you want to do it that way, you can use Stardust Charge Warrior with a 4 and a 2, and that gives you the Stardust Charge Warrior to draw 1, as well as TG to draw another one, so you at least get a +2 on that one play. And then technically you're deck thinning for Caligo Crow, so it gives you another card out of your deck. So again, this deck is very complex, but it has a lot of variety. I suggest learning it the best that you can, but don't run jank cards like this one, like Brotor. Use it the way that it's intended, set up as many Omni Negates as possible, and hope to God that they don't have Dark Ruler no more. Hope that they don't use some kind of forbidden droplet on you. If that's the case, change the deck up. Take out the Mask of Restrict if you want to, take out the Burning Soul if you want to. However, my suggestion is do run the Burning Soul, because it stops your opponent from targeting your synchro monsters on the field. And also, Droplet still doesn't affect Psychic End Punisher if your life points are lower. So it's still a great card. Stopping people from tributing is a huge plus in this game at the moment, so especially against Sprite. So work with it the best that you can, see what you think, leave a comment below, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, have fun with the deck, guys.